but I'll be on it always, always and
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be sort of talking a bit about my college experience and what I did and what I had to do when I was in college, because I had to do my enrollment and everything, and I know that everyone is doing their enrollment currently, or they did. But I want to explain and tell you what I had to do to see if like you did have to do a similar thing, or if you are going into college or you aren't, I can just tell you and just tell you a little bit about of what you have to do. So actually, first thing was I was actually supposed to go back to college for second year. I was going to do social media. That's why I was like not really posting much, because I was trying to figure out what like I'm doing with that. But I went for my enrollment the 27th, and then I went in and I had to do my interview, and then the guy was like to me, "Oh, am I meant to come in on the 26th?" I'm like, "No." I was told to come um today on the email. That's what it said for me to do, because I applied. When did I apply? July. So it was quite last minute. But I'm not going because I was on the waiting list and it's like too many people doing that course. But either way, they've already started it, so I sort of lost my chance with that whole going back to that whole. And I didn't even want to go back, but because it's very difficult finding work at the moment, it's like I sort of have to. But because I'm turning 18 very very soon, I hopefully it'll be a bit more easier for me to get a work and like job and that. But either way, I'm gonna talk to you now about last year and my experience last year and what I had to do then. So I think I applied. I know it was either January, February, or March. One of them, or maybe April. One of them. I applied around then. And then they got back to me and they said I have to come in for like an interview. So I went in for an interview. And it was okay. Like I was nervous, but I wasn't nervous. But I wasn't. It was like I just felt everything in the moment, so it was like quite like oh. But I got it done, and it wasn't that bad. Like that wasn't even the worst thing I had to do. To be fair, like that was actually okay. I was okay with doing that. Like I didn't actually mind. Um, and then I had to come in for a taster day, which is basically like sometime in July. I think you go in and you just see a bit about the course, what you're gonna be doing. Like we did these like fun like tasks. That it's like we had to do something with these straws. I can't remember what we exactly done, but we had to do something like that, and they were just basically talking to you and stuff about what you're going to be doing. So we did that, and then I had to come back August, which was the enrollment, to obviously enroll into the course itself. So when you actually go for this, you can bring someone along with you. Um, but if you are bringing family, when you talk to your teacher or whoever it is that's enrolling you to the course, family can sit with you. If not family, they are not able to sit with you. Friends can't. Because when I went for my enrollment recently, Kira, who's been in my videos before, came with me, and she wasn't able to sit down with me because they're not family. So that's also one thing I want to point out. Um, because last year my mum was there, so obviously she was able to sit down with me. Um, and I think at that point, I remember we went in and we had to queue, and then I remember I went to sit down. And my mum told them my um, what's it? My ID, my name, and my date of birth, and then I have to go and sit down, and then they'll call me up. Then I have to go and sit down in this like there's like loads of like tables and that. I had to go and sit down by these tables, and then there was this lady like asking for my ID and then what course I'm doing, and then we had to write it down, and then we had to go and sit down for like a little bit, not long, and then my teacher came and got us, well, me and my mum, and um we sat down, and basically they just sort of enrolled us to the course, and that's what we had to do, which is basically what I did this week, not this week, 2 weeks ago. But I had to have the interview then because I didn't have it before, because of I obviously applied late, um which that lasted like 15 minutes. Like the one I did last year like was only like 5 minutes, I think. I might be wrong. I can't exactly remember. But I did that, and then basically they enrolled us to a course, and then they took us to this like section bit where we had to get a ticket, and we had to sit down and wait until our number came up, and then we had to go and get a picture taken, and then yeah, they just the people that call us up, they just take our picture, they go through our details, like parents' emails, parents' information, all this and that, just basically the basic stuff, and then they take the picture at the end, and you got to sign your signature, and then I got to leave at that point. So I would suggest bringing a bottle of water, iced bottle of water if you can, because obviously it's like summertime, so you're gonna be hot. And bear in mind, there's loads of people. There's like I remember there was 4 other courses that were getting enrolled as well. Like there's loads of people there, and everyone gets chosen to come at a certain time. So yeah, I had to do that. And just it's like yeah, just brings maybe something to eat as well, like a little snack or something. And if you can have someone there with you, it will make you feel much more better. Because I know with me, it helped me a lot. Because obviously it's like it's college, especially if it's your first year, it's like quite scary. So it's like all like, what am I doing? Like, what's going on? Oh, also, when I finished getting enrolled to my course, this is when we come up to the induction day. The induction day, you basically the first week you only go in like twice during the whole week. I think I went Wednesday and Friday. I think that was when I had to go in for my induction day. And they basically, you don't really need to do much. Like, that bingo game, like, who has blue eyes, or who has brown hair, or who has, braces. It's like that. You basically, and then they basically go through the rules of the college, and then just sort of trying to get to know everyone. And then we had to do these like talks. There was a lot of talks, a lot of talks we had to do. Um, it was quite a lot, not going to lie, it was a lot. But I think the induction days wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be quite a lot, but it's not. I think it was quite nice, to be fair, because it gave me a bit of an idea of what it would actually be like in college itself. Because bear in mind, if you're going for a second year, you sort of already, you don't really need to, no, I think you need, if you're doing the same course, you won't need to do that again. But if you're doing a different course, like I was going to do, you would have to do that whole induction day, whole type thing again. Also, my hair is like damp because I just came out of the shower, so that might be a reason why it looks weird, and my bangs look odd. I forgot to mention as well, I think this was 2 days after my enrollment, I was originally put for level 1 travel and tourism. And then my teacher emailed me and said, okay, come in for your little assessment exam thing to see if you can get into level 2. And then because I did level 1 in school, I think it helped me a lot to do level. No, did I do? Yeah, I completed level 1 in secondary school because I did that as one of my options. And then I had to do, I don't even know what this one was. I think this was level 1. Yeah, it was level 1 because I was doing level 2 in college. So it was pretty easy for me, and either way the answers were on the paper. So I went in for that. I was nervous. Like for that I was scared because I had to go on my own, so it was quite scary. Um yeah, it was quite like one of those like, like, oh, what am I doing? What do I do? Like, but I did it, and luckily, I think if I got there, I would have had to speak to reception, but my teacher, who I had, and who I like, I don't know if I'm not going to say his name, um, who I had, he basically was outside the college, so he was like, oh, he recognized me and who I was, so it was like, it was quite easy. And then he sort of showed me around a little bit, and just, it was nothing really important. It was just like doing a quick exam, and then they'll let you know if you're in level 2 or not. And I found out I was, and then I got into it. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all are well. I hope everyone is doing good. And I also want to say that if you are going into college, don't be afraid. Honestly, it's okay. You're going to be perfectly fine. It's a lot more different compared to school because you get a lot more freedom, but it's also a lot of responsibility on your hands to make sure you keep up to date with your coursework. And depending on the course you're doing, you might have exams, but it depends. And obviously, if you have to retake, which I had to retake, which was horrible, it was the worst, doing 3 hours of work of maths. But I hope you all are well, and yeah, bye.